Okay, so we're going to talk about our champion product, Fountain of Life, today. Let me just get it started in the slideshow. Beginning. All right, so I'm going to talk about it with some Chinese characters. You don't need to worry about that, but we have enough English on the slides, so you can you know what I'm talking about. So the Fountain of Life, the ultimate antioxidant. Okay, the ultimate antioxidant means it's the most important or most potent antioxidant that we can find in this world. I was attempting to say the universe, but okay, we can see a Q&A. How would you explain, please, that one taste Fountain of Life as very, very sweet? Okay, most people, when they first try it, they are surprised with the taste of being bitter or difficult to accept, but some other people find it sweet. So this is more about when you taste the sweet, actually it means that your body is more better balanced. When you taste really bitter, it means your body needs more improvement or more balancing in terms of pH, your body condition. And in the chat, good morning from everybody. Okay, all right. So the Fountain of Life, let's talk about it again. Okay, first of all, we start with how our body gets older, or when our body gets weaker and older, what happens? In many cases, most of the cases actually, we look back into how our cells being damaged, how they were normal, and then they get attacked by free radicals, and then the cell experiences oxidative stress, and then it just starts to be sick. So when a cell is sick, it tends to cause cascading effect in the body and it causes neighboring cells to be sick as well. And then eventually it causes a certain area of the body. So in the smallest unit, it could mean that you have a pimple, sort of like a small thing. And then if you don't take care of it, it starts to spread and becomes a more bigger ulcer or bigger inflammation area. And that can cause phlegm, that can cause blockage, that can cause pain, and eventually it becomes an area of the body that gets very little blood flow and oxygen, and then cells start to mutate and to be cancerous, and that's how we got into more difficult health challenges, and that's why we want to curb the disease and the problems from the roots, from where it starts with what we call a rat hole or an ant hole in a riverbank, where the leaking starts and the collapsing of the bank started. So we look at how they get attacked and how can we protect these cells from being attacked by oxidative stress. And we look at the same way how an apple is being oxidized when you cut open this apple, and it starts to get yellow, and then eventually it gets rotten. Same thing happened to our cell. So where are these free radicals coming from? Well, they could be from anything, from your stress, from your cigarette smoking, for alcohol, from excessive exercise, or from mold, radiation, toxins, lack of sleep, processed food, pollution, UV rays, household chemicals. There are so many things that can cause free radical damage in our body. Even the way how we breathe. the mitochondria of your cell needs sugar to burn with the oxygen, and then that generates free radicals. So basically, you can never hide from free radicals. You are stressed out. You are being attacked by free radicals all the time. So what are these free radicals? They can be categorized into two major categories. One is the reactive oxygen species, ROS, which is in the form of hydrogen peroxide, hydroxyl radical OH, or superoxide O2, etc. And then reactive nitrogen species, that would include nitric oxide or peroxynitrate, ONNOO. So these are the things that cause free radical damages, and so the two major categories. Now, the antioxidant that we get from our food is normally from, there are more than 300 different fruits and vegetables that offer antioxidants, but they are very a lot in the content, in how much they contain. So we have to get a higher concentrate because our body needs a lot of antioxidants. Look at this, how we need all these, we call electrons. To look at the first one, it's a singularized, unpaired electron, and that means one of them is being damaged or being robbed away by something else or by another attack. Now they themselves become single, and then they become a free. They become they need to find a pair. So they go out and then they find another pair, and then they stabilize. So that's what an antioxidant does. The antioxidant provides the lost electron to pair together so that it becomes stable and become normal again. So where do we get these antioxidants, or where are they coming from, and how many? How does it start? How does it get started? So first of all, we found it in vitamins. So in the earliest times, we found it from vitamin A, C, E. These are the typical antioxidants human recognized in the late 1950s of last century. And then we realized we have other things like beta-carotene, that's like enzymes, coenzyme Q10, catalyst, or glutathione, SOD, superoxide dismutase. All these things are antioxidants in their own way, but they are limited in what they do. So enzymes can help the body to fight free radicals, but they are limited to the range of free radical fighting in their own way. They don't act as a super antioxidant that can apply to different types of antioxidants. Now the third one is protein. So we have protein carriers for iron, which is called transferrin, and then copper, ceruloplasmin. These are the ones that deal with the copper. And then we have astaxanthin from salmon and other fish like red trout, red sea bream, lobster, shrimps, crawfish, crabs, and salmon. All these krill, all these produce the protein antioxidant, which is popular before 2005. Now, later on, we also we find out that OPC from grape seeds, blueberry, green tea, and resveratrol. These are the next generation of antioxidants that find to be more powerful than the earlier ones. So then eventually we find the super antioxidant, which is the lignans from the pine trees or Norwegian spruce trees. We call it the 7-HMR, and the proper full name is 7-hydroxymetribuzanol. Okay, now the antioxidant that we get from our food is usually limited. Sometimes we get it from the shop of vitamin stores. They are usually synthetically made. So we need to find a source where we have the most content, and from the food source, we know the flaxseed has the highest highest content of lignin in about let's say 100 grams. We have 300 milligrams of lignin. So, but compared with the Norwegian spruce tree, we find it a lot higher in content, and this is why we love it so much, because it's 10 drops of it is almost equal to the benefits of eating 1,800 cups of apples. And there's a lot of studies behind it in the lignin fighting cancer, like breast cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer, lung cancer, and it's powerful in reducing atherosclerosis and heart disease about 30%. It reduces the chance of doing that, and then it reduces cholesterol level, lowers the PSA level, which is related to the prostate cancer, and improves the health in general. Now, this is a picture we should take a look at, and we should remember the estrogen level that's in our body usually causes, especially around menopausal time for ladies, it causes breast cancer, breast lumps, cysts, nodules, ovary, cysts and cancer, and all of these. It's when this estrogen gets combined with the cancer cells, they start to multiply 1,000 times more than normal. That's why it starts to cause all this tumor and cancer in our body. Now, the phytoestrogen from the lignans is a different story. They are the healthy ones. They are the good ones. They go into our body system, and then they take over the position or the receptor that is normally being taken by the human estrogen. But this one doesn't cause the multiplication. So that's why the more antioxidants you have, the more they take these positions, they squeeze out the bad ones, the ones that cause cancerous growth in our body. So this is how it helps our body to stay away from this tumor and excessive growth in our body in different types and forms. Now, the breast health and lignans did their research on how the lignans helps to induce sex hormone binding globulin. More SHBG ties up more estrogen. So it just kind of control the human estrogen from causing a problem. So, and this is a chart where you can find on the internet. It's if you go to dietaryfiberfood.com/phytoestrogen hormones, food high in lignans, you can actually find this chart on the internet. So the content of lignans in our regular food and drinks and vegetables is listed here. So you can see in the drink category, Coca-Cola contains the least antioxidant or lignans, and red wine contains the most, which is 91 micromilligrams. And then strawberry and what's this one? The other one? Oh, apricot and strawberry, they contain 300, 400. While the curly kale and broccoli, they contain 1,000, 2,000. And then we have another category, that is the flaxseed. Flaxseed contains 300,000 micromilligrams of lignans. So this one converts to 300 milligrams of lignans for every 100 ml of flaxseed. Now, compared to Fountain of Life, every 100 ml of Fountain of Life contains 5,166 milligrams of lignans. So that's why we came to the conclusion that eating or taking 10 drops of Fountain of Life is equal to using 1,800 apples and 510 lettuce, 100 tomatoes. So that's how powerful it is. And then we got all this proprietary formulation patents, 22 patents, provides antioxidants. It has Health Canada approval, which is 80084596. And only Oculus Global has the 100% exclusive rights globally. Now, look at all the patents and the certificates we have. So let's continue to what it does for human body. We look at lignans for men's health, and we all know that it supports prostate health, heart health, hair growth, and sexual health. Actually, the first two, prostate health and heart health, is also related to our sexual health. When we have this the heart and prostate working properly, we actually can enjoy a better sexual health. Same thing for ladies. So we have heard a lot of stories and then information from how ladies use it, how much benefit they get from it. So if you have more testimony later on, you're welcome to join us and to share. So let's take a look at some of these, excuse me, the testimonials from people. So we all know who this is. This is our top leader, Rene Liao. He had his hair growing more thicker since he started using the Fountain of Life. And then we have some other people that have thinning hair. Now they're growing better. And this is all in comparison in a matter of 2-3 months. And we have more of these. And people even report that the gray hair becomes darker and darker, and it's from the roots of the hair. So the longer you use, more gray hair converts to black hair. So eventually your hair look more gray, more darker than whiter. So eventually it might be difficult to completely go back to your original color, but it is quite possible that it convert to 30%, 40%, or maybe even more into your original color. And this is the lady that did the TV show, and she reported that her hair started to be growing faster and stronger, and texture become much better. And then we talk about the joints, where people use it for the joints, they rub it on, and the same thing happened to me when I pull my muscle in the calf. I just rub it with my kitchen food wrap and then squeeze the Fountain of Life inside, and then we get better with that. So it's been measured by hours, by days and hours, not by years or months. Similarly, this is for the gout, where we had people that use it, rub it on, they get relief on the gout right away. But more importantly is to take it orally inside, so it travels through the bloodstream, your kidney, it detox and clean the kidney, so the kidney started filtering the uric acid out of the body, and then we start to heal from the root of the problem, and then get better with your gout. And people who have diabetes, they use it. They reduce the sugar from 259 to 210. That's in a matter of days. And then we have people reducing in 13 days their insulin, their sugar level from 12 to 15. After 5 days, it dropped to 8. And blood pressure, people used to suffer from high blood pressure. We have a tracking of these numbers from 163 over 95 to 128 over 70, and you can see the steady decrease. And when we talk about the kidney failure, kidney dialysis, kidney transplant, we have our partners reporting that the kidney function is gradually increased to a level where you don't worry about dialysis or transplant. And then it helps with the eyesight, where people that use it that got their eyesight improved, different types of eyesight improvement, and breast numbs. This is very typical when we have people that have different numbs, multiple numbs, and then they use it, and then they reduce it or clear it out of the body. It's much better than to do a surgery and take out half or even the whole breast. And that's again the kidney index, kidney eGFR, the creatinine level, all these getting improved. And in terms of weight, we have people using it. This is actually our senior vice president. And if you look at her picture now, you'll be even more amazed how she looks now. She just had her wedding done and honeymoon done. So she is sharing with us how much more improvement that she had. And this is the weight for Renee as well. Let me see whether okay, we have more people getting online now. Okay, welcome Arenia. I was trying to say in the Thai language, but I forgot about it.
Hi, Henry. Hi, thank you.
Hi, Arenia. Yeah, okay. Where what time is it now? Is it
it's 8:30 in the evening.
8:30? Okay, I see.
Yes. Actually, we have just finished our also similar to like product call as well as product testimonial. Some people from Laos share with few cases. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm going to allow more of our partners being able to share or to open the mic or the. I like more people to participate. Welcome, Monica. Welcome, Rachel. Okay, so we have opened up more lines, and I saw Sarada. Good to see you again. And welcome Yvette, Tracy, and Jane. Jane actually shared a good testimony about some lung nodules from people. If you are available, you can share with us here again. And we have Faith online. Faith, are you from Singapore? Where are you from? Okay, we got Michael Matthew from St. Vincent. Welcome on the call. And the Koak Ross RN. Welcome on the call. We have some other phones on the call. I'll open you up as well.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, David.
This is Michael.
Oh, Michael, yes. Okay. All right.
Good evening and good afternoon.
How are
and
you
good
doing?
night, wherever you are. This is Michael Matthew, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I am always happy to be on these calls because time after time, you're learning so much, you know, and after being out there promoting FOL and people have been purchasing and getting good results, you know, so that's too why I don't want to miss any of these calls. It's so important. Just last Wednesday, last week actually, I actually sold 4 bottles of the product. Never stopped selling. One guy who constantly buying, and when he buys, he always buying 2. And he said his eyes are improving, his prostate improving, and also his heart, because he also has a heart problem, you know. And then on a Wednesday last, I sold one to a gentleman. I actually drove a good way up in the valley to sell him this product, and what I told him, I said, I'm going to keep in touch with you to know how things going with you. When I call him back, I actually give him a sample of mine before I sell him the bottle. When he got it, he skinned up his face and said bitter. But I said, when you get something bitter like that, that shows that it's good. And then I called him the next day, but he is convinced from the very time that he's gonna try it for at least 3 months. And when I called him the next day, he said, it had me peeing very often the night. I said, well, that is showing you that it is working, you know. And said I had some pain in an area and the pain is easing up and so forth. And I keep in touch with him time after time to know how he's going, and he said he's coming along, but he keep reminding me, remember I told you I'm going to try this product for at least 3 months. So things are happening in terms of me promoting and selling the products. People are buying them, people are believing in FOL. And I'm so thankful for this opportunity that I can share with others. Henry, I don't know if you would have a link for that call that what's his name that did not last Monday, but the Monday before, or 2 Mondays, it was 2 Mondays ago. What's his name? Oh, I can't name.
David?
Name can't. Oh?
David?
No,
David.
not David.
Sanaz?
Name starts with R. Not Renee.
That's Rico.
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 Yeah.
That's correct. Thank you. Thank you. That call was such an awesome call, and I so much want to get the link. I've been searching, and I can't find it. So if you have any shout out Rico, and if you could access that link for me, I'll be grateful, because I want to share this with persons. People need to hear what is affecting them in their life and how they can benefit from FOL.
So all the calls, Monday calls, is in the back office, where you go to trainings and events, and then you can find the recordings in there. So if you look,
I actually went there and it was not there.
so sometimes it take like a few days or even a week to load it. So you have to probably just wait a couple of days more. So you will be able to find the past episodes. Social, is it a social and business, right? This one, social and business, social training tools, and the training tools. You'll find this leadership calls, and then Monday ones usually here, watch past episodes. So it just look at for
Yes, see, that's what I'm seeing all the time. I haven't seen the one from Rico.
also not recent one. Let me see. This is when.
This one is 3 weeks ago. This is Chanel.
Okay, so 1 month ago, 3 weeks ago. So we are looking at so maybe one more week. I think they're loaded. They're loaded here. Okay. Okay now. Okay, so we have Arania. She has something to share. I'm going to.
Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, actually, I'm from Thailand. Hi, everyone. I just like to say that in Thailand, we have many cases as well as Laos, right? We probably have to do it other time, but what I like to share with you, many of you may have seen the two cats from our SVP Sanas posted recently. The two cats are Thong Yip and Thong Yot. This is Thong Yip, okay? What happened is that they both are my FOLs. I call them FOL babies. Just want to share with everyone how they are, because they used to be very sick. And I used to have to spend lots of money bring them to see the vets, right? And ever since I start giving them a fountain of life, how I did is I diluted with the old bottles, and I had and I gave them every day, morning and afternoon, and they get much better. Now, I just want to share with everyone that if you may have a chance or not yet a chance to share with your pets, right? Please do, because we do have many of my colleagues in Thailand share with their dogs as well. Even in Laos, some like frogs, unbelievable, it helps. They came alive, like they were like soaked like in maybe sitting in the hot sun, right? And then they're a bit dying or something. The lady have just added water and added this fountain of life, 3 drops in that pot. What happened was that all of them like sprung up and then jumped. Okay, so all the animals and all the pets, please try. They all work. Thank you very much. Just want to share with you. And this is Thong Yip, by the way.
Oh, hello.
Yes. Okay, she's so happy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you for sharing. And let me just also share highlight. Okay, here. Look at this little cat. Which way? You see? She is bleeding. She's forsaken. She's on the street. She's dying, and then 3 vet hospitals ready to put her down. And then one of our partners picked her up, and this is after a month or 2, and this is later on. This is actually 2 years later. He's doing really good, and now, so we can imagine the vet hospital would give, like, when you do a scan or some kind of a test, it's almost $1,000 and plus medicine. It could cost you thousands of dollars just to keep them alive or something. With just a couple of drops a day, for these cats to be doing so well, it's amazing how you save a lot of money, actually. Look at this dog. He had nephritis, and then look at how miserable, how unhappy he is. Look at this is later on when she got the Fount of Life. So the Fount of Life babies, they are doing really good with the Fount of Life. So if you want to save money and help with your pets, this is the way how you do it. All right, back to you. We still have more than 10 minutes to go. So I see we have some more people raising hands. Let me see who did. Okay, Tony. Tony, I think you raised your hand. Okay, Tony, you are a co-host now, so you can open your video if you have.
Unfortunately, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Henry and Opulence family. I don't have a camera on this desktop here, but can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone on the call. I have a fabulous testimony. This has to do with my mom. First, I want to thank you, Henry, for the advice you gave me before. My mom was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease 2 years ago, exactly 2 years ago. So very early when I started to attend these calls, I asked you how we should administer Fountain of Life. We've been doing that. And at her recent visit to the doctor, which was like about 2 weeks ago, the doctor keeps saying that she is just showing mild symptoms. You know, just it started off with a slight tremor in her right hand, and actually that's where it has stopped. We've not seen anything else other than rigidity. So that's fabulous. And we know it's on account of Fountain of Life. But secondly, she has been hypertensive for more than 30 years. She's over 89, going on to 90 now. And all of her doctors have been worried about her hypertension.
Did we lose you? Maybe it's a connection.
Anyway, fast forward to 2021 when we started to use Fountain of Life. Between then and now, because her hypertension was so bad, they put her onto the nephrologist, aka kidney specialist, who's been dealing with her for the past 2 years. And between her medical doctor and the nephrologist, they are completely baffled right now because they don't understand how her creatinine levels have dropped by about 30 points. I plan to post the results in our Fountain of Life testimonials group chat, but they both in front of me in our presence sat back in their chair and said, we have never seen this. They have never seen numbers drop. They might be able to give medication for the numbers to be maintained, you know, not get any higher, but they were both stunned. So I just want to say thanks to Opulence Global for producing Fountain of Life because it has made such a difference to my mom's quality of life. I mean, our family as a whole, but she's the one we watch because of her age. So I just wanted to thank you all very much. This Fountain of Life is phenomenal. We need to tell everyone about it, and there are lives that we need to save. So that's my input for today. Hope this helps someone. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, Tony. So you mentioned your mother's hypertension. How high was it before, and what is? We missed you by a couple of maybe 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Okay. It has gotten as high as 260 over 140.
Oh my
like
God.
really like stroke city, I call it. And it has prevented her from having, for example, she went to do cataract surgery, the doctor stopped. She fractured her hand, her wrist some years ago, and when her blood pressure increased so much, they had to stop. They only partially repaired her wrist because she was in what they call death zone, but she has never had a stroke or anything like that. So when I first heard about Fountain of Life, I wanted to make sure that I got it for her, especially for her blood pressure. But now it has helped with everything. And of course, as Henry, you would know that if your blood pressure is high, it would affect your kidney function. So that's why she was transferred to the nephrologist. But now the nephrologist who wanted to see her every 3 to 6 months now says, oh no, she doesn't have to come back for another year.
Wow.
So at 90, that's excellent. You know, we're
90 years
just
old.
really, really happy. Yeah, she's 89. She's going on 90.
89, 90. Okay. And,
Yeah.
what's her current blood pressure right now?
Well, this morning when I took it, it was 117 over 74.
117 or 7?
117 over
Wow.
74.
117 over 74.
Yes.
And the highest was 260 over 150.
Yeah, 140, 150. Yes.
Around 140, 150. Okay.
Yes.
That's dangerously high. Now she's in a perfectly normal zone.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
That's amazing. And you mentioned that the EGFR level dropped by 30 points. What's the range? Like, what was she high before? And
It was about 131, and I think it should
131.
not exceed 94. And 2 weeks ago, it was 101. So she just has 7 points to go for it to get back into the normal range. But they're happy. They're really
Yeah.
happy because 131 was dangerous as well.
Yeah, 131 is going to progress to bigger kidney issues, kidney weakness now, or around 101 or 90 something. That will be more closer to perfect normal range. So that's wonderful.
Yes. And you know, one thing that I really loved, I had been speaking to our doctor about Fountain of Life. And in both cases, the nephrologist, she instantly bought a bottle of Fountain of Life from me as a result, because I gave her a brochure and I explained to her that this is what has been added to my mother's regimen, because you're supposed to let her know if there have been any changes, right? So I told her what the change was, what she had been taking. But our general practitioner had been speaking to her before, and I think she was really taking it seriously now, because she said to me, if you have any other information, you know, does it help with non-communicable diseases? I said, yes. She said, I would like you to bring some information into the office. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Tony, for sharing.
You're most welcome. You're welcome. I hope it helps someone.
You know, this is very encouraging because the first time you asked me, we don't know what's going to happen. So we just encourage you to use it and look at the result right now. Look at what we get right now. So the people that are online, if you are new, if you are wondering whether you should use it, this is the kind of pleasant surprises that you might be able to expect. So that's why we encourage people to use for whichever conditions they have. And it's a really wonderful expectation that something good might happen, but there is no guarantee. This is nothing like a medication or nothing like something that we do any claims, but it is quite possible that your body can get healthier and younger, and you fight off all these free radical damage and then heal from this inflammation, infection. This is what you get. Thank you.
Henry,
Tony.
can I just say one more thing?
Yes, go ahead.
Before she visits her GP every 3 months, but about 6 months ago, her GP said that her blood pressure was decreasing so nicely that she cut her medication in half. And sometimes I don't even give her the medication, because she says if the lower figure is under 75, there's no need to give it to her. So she hardly uses medication now, but of course she uses FOL every day.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's wonderful to hear. Some people think that they have to take the medication for the rest of their life, but with some of our partners, friends, and customers, they drop their medication gradually to a point where they almost remove them completely. So we are not really here to advise people to take off and get off their medication. But if your level drop to a normal range, like the blood pressure to a normal range, then you can consider talking to your GP for reducing those medications. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Wow, wonderful, wonderful sharing. And this is what you get. You get a good treat today. We have such wonderful testimonials about the Parkinson, about high blood pressure from so high to normal, and then have the EGFR, the kidney index dropped by 30 points to a more normal range. These are all wonderful, wonderful testimonials for people who are in the 90, almost 90, 89, 90 range, where a lot of people, they just, they are not in this world anymore. But I'm so happy for Tony's mom to be still doing well and doing better even. So this is wonderful news to hear. And regarding her Parkinson part, what kind of progress you see more? If you can share a little more, Tony.
In terms of the Parkinson's, the tremors are less frequent, but she suffers from the rigidity in her legs, right? So what I do sometimes, and she also has, I guess, poor circulation at this age, which is normal. So I use like 4 to 5 drops of Fountain of Life and rub it on the soles of her feet.
45 drops.
4 to 5.
Oh, 4 to 5 to rub topically.
Yes, and
Wonderful.
just rub it on her feet whenever that happens. But I haven't had to do it for, I guess, a few weeks now. So I guess it's just working because of the internal administration, which is at least, you told me to give her like 90 to 120 drops. She's down to about 60 drops a day and
Wow.
maintaining.
So she was doing 90 to 120 drops before. Now
Yes.
you reduce her to about 60 drops, which is 2 pumps a day now.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Okay, yeah. And Irenia, she was doing 4 to 5 drops on her sole, like under the feet to rub her.
Sole of the feet.
That's the topical use only. But in terms of the internal administration, she was doing 90 to 120 before. In the last probably a couple of years, now she dropped down to 60 drops a day, which is 2 droppers a day now.
The thing is, Fountain of Life is naturally warm. And most persons who suffer from arthritis and so on, they go for like medications that warm their body. But once you drop that Fountain of Life into your hands, you realize it's almost hot sometimes. I mean, we live in the tropics in the Caribbean here, and I literally still feel the warmth in my hand. And when you rub your hands together, it gets even warmer, because that's what I do before I apply it. And the warmth really assists. I mean, sometimes she would not be able to sleep because she has cramps in her feet, but by the time I rub it and I turn around, she's asleep.
Right.
But that doesn't happen anyway. I don't need to do that anymore.
Wow. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome, Henry.
Okay, I think we have one question here. Anonymous, sorry, could you please repeat how you explain that one taste Fountain of Life is very, very sweet, hard to understand. Okay, so everybody, their original taste in the mouth is a little different depending on their body condition. Some people taste bitter themselves because of liver issues, bladder, gallbladder issues. They already taste bitter. Some people, they taste sweeter. So it actually relates to how our 5 organs doing in the body. So you actually have a different taste in your mouth already. So now adding the Fountain of Life into the regimen of your body, some people taste bitter, some people taste sweeter, some people taste, so some people, their tongues are a little different too. Some people, they lost their senses, some people taste more, a certain taste is more sensitive to them. So it relates to the person's health condition in the first place. So the Fountain of Life taste by itself is similar. If you have, it's similar, it wouldn't fluctuate up and down that much in between the bottles, but it's all, all depending on the individual person, how their body is, and also how the tongue is being different or customized because of the original conditions. So certain people taste bitter, some people taste sweeter, and if they take the Fountain of Life to a more longer time, it might normalize the taste to a little more normal than similar to others. Thank you. Okay, we are getting close to our top of the hour, bottom of the hour now. So we have a couple minutes. If you have any more sharing to do, it's time for you the last few minutes that you can. Well, we'll welcome Larry, welcome Lucy. And Larry, I hope you are coming to the barbecue party on July the 22nd.
Good morning, Henry. Great call. And no, I've had something come up, so I won't be able to make the barbecue. I was looking forward to it, but no. And I have a new testimonial. I think I mentioned it already, but I was fishing on Saturday and caught some nice fish, of course, but I got a fish hook through my finger. And so I had to, I pushed it all the way through and used a side cutter and cut the barb off so I could get the hook out of my finger. And when I got home, I immediately put FOL on the finger and took the sting away. There was no bacteria there, and it's totally healed now. I can see the kind of the two holes where it went in and out, but everything is good. And thanks to FOL, I just used it as an antiseptic, and it worked very, very well.
Wow. Wow, it sounds very hurting. We have to push it through to the other side.
It did for a moment.
Wow. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful, Larry. So thank you for that. And I was listening to Tony's testimony about her mother getting close to 90 years old. And I'm actually going to Harry Martin's 90th birthday since his skin cancer from when he was 86 years old. He came to see us, and then we got him with the Fountain of Life. He got better. And then this is now 4.5 years later, at 90 years old, Harry is having his 90th birthday. I have probably one more spot to get you in his party. If you are close around in Toronto, you can let me know. I might squeeze you in for his party. 90th birthday party. After skin cancer bothering him for many years now, he's actually back to perfect health, and he did what do you call it, a stress test, and the doctors were amazed. His heart condition and his stress resistance level as a 90-year-old is better than a 60-year-old. So he's very happy for that, and he's celebrating his 90th birthday with a dance party. Okay, imagine that. And I'll probably do some Zoom live on that day, which is July the 16th. Probably will share something. Okay, it's exactly 10 o'clock. And if nobody wants to jump up for now, then we're going to close the call, but we have one more question. When it's more sweet, it means a better body condition. Yeah, it should be. Bitter is more of acidic side. Sweeter is more of an alkaline side. So I think it's better for the body. All right, 10 o'clock. We'll get on the call next time, same time. We will see each other again. We'll share more. And today's wonderful testimonial from Tony and everybody else. Thank you. We'll have a great evening. Have a great night. Have a great day. We'll enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Arenia, for getting on the call. And Serrado as well. And everybody else.